Your teacher already taught you about listening and speaking of the problem sleeping. You listen to three people. They have problem when they are sleeping at night time. And today we are going to review about what they tell you about this, and also we go to the grammar part of used to, be used to, and get used to. So do you see that part now, grammar part?
Yes.
Okay, good. So look at some extract from the listening, okay, and you match the highlighted phrases to their meaning. So used to, the be used to and get used to are used in different way. So let me share you the screen and then we study all together about this point. Okay, so let's see. Do you see my share screen now?
Yes.
Okay, good. So, used to, be used to, and get used to. What are their function to use this? It's look like similar, but actually they are a little bit different or completely different. Look at example number one. I used to play football. I am used to driving a manual car. And the last one, I get used to teaching via Zoom. Used to, am used to, and get used to are different. So the meaning is about something that is you are familiar with, something that you used to do in the past but you don't do now, and also something that you're not familiar with that can be a problems to you. So this is the meaning of those three points of grammar today. So you look at your book. In your book, there are three examples. In Spain, I always used to sleep in complete darkness. It's very hard to get used to being awake all night, and I just went on finally used to being on New York time. Then it's time to fly home. Do you notice that when we use with used to, we plus with infinitive, okay, play. When we use with to be used to, with plus with gerund, driving, okay. And when we use with get used to, we also use with gerund, teaching. So that's why I want you to review about infinitive and gerund because the functions are like that. Infinitive with to, or bare infinitive without to, or gerund with verb plus ing like this. Now look back to your book. You see the meaning. One, I usually did this in the past. It's not a problem for me because it's now a habit. And the last one is a problem for me because it hasn't become a habit yet. So can you put number one, number two, and number three to the example? Just put them in the correct example. So which one talk about past? Okay, usually you did in the past. And which one is not problem and which one is problem? Are you clear now, guys?
Yes, teacher.
Okay, let's do it now. I give you some time to complete this. All right, everyone. So, can you share your answer now?
Yes.
Okay, so let me
Yes.
call Kadan. What is about used to?
Used to. I usually did this in the past.
Okay, very good. Did in the past. Okay, so in the past you did this, you used to, but you don't do it anymore. For example, I used to play football. Okay, I used to play. I mean, I did it in the past many times, but now I got injured in my knee, so I stopped playing. That's why I say used to, because you usually did it, but not anymore. Correct. Select board. What about I'm used to?
Uh, it's a problem for me because it hasn't become a habit yet.
It's problem.
It's very hard to get used to being awake all night.
Okay, so your answer is not yet correct. When you say that I'm used to doing something, it means you are familiar with it. No problem. Okay, no problem, because you are familiar with it. For example, like you never study by Zoom, okay, but now you have learned through Zoom many days or months, and you are used to it. When you are used to it, means you are familiar with it, so you have no problem. You know how to use the video, you know how to use the audio, you know how to share the screen or some other stuff like that. So you are used to it. Okay, so the meaning is no problem. You got it, but
Oh, yeah. Yes,
okay,
sir. Now
good.
I understand, sir.
Right. So the last answer is problem. Okay. The problem here, it means that you are not familiar with it. So when you are not familiar with it, it means you get used to doing something. For example, like I myself, I say that I get used to teaching via Zoom. Normally, I just take you guys or my students just in person. I use whiteboard, I use classroom. We communicate face to face. But now I don't feel easy by using with Zoom, because I'm not quite sure how to use with some other stuff like sharing this, sharing that, like that. So I'm not clear, I'm not used to it. So I say that I get used to plus gerund, okay, verb ing. Do you understand?
Yes.
Great. So let me review again. Used to, we talk about something we did in the past, and you don't do it now. Now you stop doing it. To be used to plus gerund, to talk about something that is you are familiar with. You have no problem doing this. So you say be used to. Get used to plus gerund, it means you still have problem. You are not quite sure of doing this, that. So we said get used to plus gerund.